Hey, what's up guys, Weekly Light here, and today I have another one of the new missions for Update 7, and this is called A League of Your Own. So this is the first mission of the Just Us League mission chain, and this entire mission chain is a parody of the Justice League. So you're going to see some very zany characters and some really interesting abilities. And you get to learn about the deep lore of the Justice League. So to start off the mission, you just head across the world in this decent track. I almost get lost here. Or I do get lost. I actually have to pull up the map. So as you can see, I still suck at navigating. I do like this area down here. You can see that dead pterodactyl over there and the dead stegosaurus down below also. This is where you have to go for one of the detective missions. Interestingly enough, one of the characters from the detective missions actually comes back for one of the later quests in this chain, so it's a good thing I actually accidentally did that chain first. So here he is, he's on this island here. And so she wants to participate in the tournament, and Mr. Punch, you know, he's just there and you talk to him. They can't say everyone. Yeah, so Mr. Punch is foreshadowing that the Justice League actually doesn't do anything, just like the real Justice League. So, all in the comic books, so... Yep, it's pretty blatantly obvious that this is clearly just a ripoff of the actual Justice League, but with a good Pit People flair, they're really just absurd. So Pollen Boy is one of the members of the, I don't know if he's a member, he's like a underling, so he's in charge of the tournament, and so first you fight the field agents. And see, they got 2 kobolds, 3 humans, and 1 cyclops. So I believe that's a 6-unit team, so this is a fair fight. Later on, it won't be fair fights, so get ready for that. But they always like to start off easy, so the first mission will always have 6 units, I guess. But that's what's interesting about... Oof, that gotta hurt. What's interesting about these missions are that... all the arenas are unique, and they all have like area hazards. So this one's arena is really interesting, as there's these like tendrils that come out of the ground. They telegraph their attack. You can see that big flashing yellow triangle on the ground there. I didn't notice that at first, I don't think, but basically that telegraphs which direction the tendril's gonna slam, and it does a fair amount of damage. You do have the option to damage them, but I prefer just to ignore them, as there's really no benefit, because you don't complete the mission by killing all the plants, I don't think. You get it for killing all the enemies. So just ignore the big plant things, dodge them, or like don't completely ignore them. You still want to not take damage from them, but definitely don't focus too hard on attacking them. A whole bunch will pop out. Like look, there's a second one. I believe by the end of the fight there's like 8 or something. It's pretty insane, but when they pop out, I don't think they damage you. I think they just provide knockback, so you don't have to worry about being like assaulted by them. Let's see, yeah, so you see the blue circles on them. That means that you can target them, sort of like how you can target gates and target enemy camps. Ooh, yeah, so you saw there it did about 16, 13, I think, damage per person. So that's a fair amount of damage. And then that one, I don't know if it actually got damaged or not, but it looks like it retreated underground. I don't know why, it just did. I might have accidentally hit it, or it might just be a mechanic that it goes away after a certain amount of time. But the original one's still there, so who knows. Let's see. I'm currently rocking, I believe it's Triple Pixie... Wait, yeah, Triple Pixie Vampire Gorgon. The main reason is I was trying to level up my Gorgon to level 80 because I still haven't gotten that achievement. I have a whole bunch of like 60s and 50 leveled characters, but no 80s. So this is my closest one. It was like 70, 76 or something when I started, but by the end of the weekend I only got to 79. I was like, oh shoot. But I'll eventually get that achievement, no hurry. So let's see, yeah, 74 there. Yeah. So just rocking Triple Pixie because Triple Pixie is good for crowd control, and Vampire because the Vampire is really good for finishing off people. I believe for, what is it, later chains, later missions in this chain, I swap to Triple Electrobot because Triple Electrobots synergize as well with the Gorgon, as I was really trying to level it up, but yeah, sadly I couldn't do it. So I also have the Sun Sword on, as the Sun Sword, I don't know if it's a good weapon or not. I feel like it's not, but it's just so flashy that I use it anyway. Like, I mean, just big booms, but a lot of the damage is 1 damage, and sometimes you accidentally kill your own snakes, so I'm not sure if it's really the right choice, but it is one of my favorite weapons just because of how flashy it looks. So that in combination with 3 pixies really causes everything to be ignited here, but I don't worry too much about it, as there's only 6 units worth of enemy in this fight, so I don't need to maintain my troops for the next mission. Later on though, I'll be a lot more cautious. But you know, you don't have to be cautious for these easy missions. You can just flat out go for max damage all the time. Yeah, one problem is kobolds though, because kobolds resist everything but the vampire, so it's my vampire's job to take out the kobolds. I guess also the regular snakes and the double kill. The regular snakes and the Gorgon's acid attack from range can also deal with it. As per usual, I avoid attacking the Cyclopses, as I don't attack Cyclopses ever first, except once. I'll do it later, but that's for a different reason. But usually my rule of thumb is just let Cyclopses be. They're too tanky and they can slip away too easily, and it just wastes early turns, I think, if you go for them. But if you're good unlike me, and you can actually take them out easily, then be my guest and go for them first. But you know, I'm in a good spot. I got the Cyclops cornered up top, and I got this regular human cornered on the bottom, so this looks like a pretty sure victory for me. Let's see. It looks like about 20 to 30 tiles are on fire at this point, and there's what is that? 5 tendrils coming out of the ground. So it's really hectic, this fight. Oof. Yeah, look at that. Chaos everywhere. So now it's a 6 versus 2 pretty much fight. 2 units for the Cyclops. So he's pretty much done for. The only thing that could save him at this point would be if the tendrils somehow like OHKO'd me. But it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So I stack up on him for max damage. And I take him out. There you go. And I take out a leg. Those count for double kills too, I guess. Yep, so Pollen Boy, yay. They're not the good guys, they're the great guys. Oh man. Yep. So up next is the Temple of Fume, I think. I believe that's a pun on the Temple of Doom. That mission, I believe it's called something like the Brave and the Fume or something. It's another pun on like the few, but a lot of fume puns. Yeah, but so you can assume that one's gonna have a lot of mushrooms. So that's why I did swap to the Electrobot team, as pixies don't do so well against mushrooms. Mushrooms deal a lot of damage. So I figured Electrobot was the way to go, as they take 0 damage from the toxic clouds. And it turns out that was a really good idea, because the next arena actually, instead of tendrils coming out of the ground, it's poison clouds. So Electrobots are actually really the way to go for the next battle, but you'll see how well my team does next time. It's almost too easy with my team. Right. Yep. So we're back at the castle. We can see what rewards we got. Nothing too good. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next, I think, 9 videos I have planned.